Sonic the Hedgehog is a character known for running fast, being quick on his feet, and whatnot. So you'd think it'd be a no-brainer to make a unique racing game catered to this defining feature. They put him in a fucking car. Sonic Drift first launched on the Sega Game Gear in Japan on March 18th, 1994, and didn't come to America because people said it was shit. They were right, I still enjoyed it though. I thought it was neat that they used all of Sonic 1's level themes, and the game actually looks pretty nice for the system it's on. The character roster is really tiny, only consisting of Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Eggman, but I guess nobody else but Knuckles existed yet, so... The gameplay itself is fine. I don't know. You really have to get used to it, but once you do, the game is somewhat enjoyable, despite all the random bullshit it throws at you because you can't fucking see anything. Overall, it's the most inoffensive yet mid-game I've ever seen. So why did it get a sequel? Sonic Drift 2 is somehow better and worse than its predecessor. There's a lot more characters to select from, including Fang the Sniper, who would appear prominently in one game after this. The courses themselves take after both Sonic 2 and, I don't know, Hell probably. It plays almost the same as the first game, but some maps are significantly more fun, and some of them just fucking suck. I love driving off the map. This is good game design. I'm having so much fun. It doesn't get better than this. Holy shit, it actually does. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is a game I absolutely adore. Fun fact, it was the first video game I have memory playing, and the game that sent me down the terrible path of being a Sonic fan. I feel like a lot of people look at this game and think, yup, this is a Mario Kart clone. And they'd totally be right, but I feel like there's a lot going for it that helps it stand above its competitor. I feel like most of the maps have really good design, and they really complement the control and feel of the game. They don't outstay their welcome, but they aren't terribly short either. They're just genuinely fun to speed through. The game also has some pretty good representation for a whole bunch of Sega IPs, such as Sonic, and Monkey Ball, and... Sonic? Okay, of course a good half of this game is Sonic, but who wants to buy a racing game so they can play as the fucking choo-choos? But seriously, this game is great for those who just want to sit down and have a good time for an hour or two, and I highly recommend it, unless you want to play a better game. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transforms. Jesus, that's a mouthful. They really went above and beyond with this one. No, they didn't let Sonic use his legs, but they did give him a boat and plane. The controls feel just as good as its predecessor, but the maps are so much better. Sumo Digital really went all in with this game's gimmick, and it does wonders. Like, it's crazy how well they implemented it. I love the maps that change themselves up every lap. It really helps keep the race refreshing and enjoyable. Plus, it's just super cool too. Who doesn't want to drive a plane in a kart racing game? Don't answer that. The playable roster is much better this time around too. You can play as Team Fortress. That's all that matters. I don't care about anyone else. So, they topped themselves once. Can they do it again? I genuinely don't even know. I really like Team Sonic Racing, but I don't know if I can say it's better than Transformed. I think it controls just as well, and I really like how they implemented the team mechanic. It's really fun to use and changes how you go about races far more than you think it would. There's also a really fun story mode with a bunch of different cool little challenges, some of which are actually pretty hard. Or I'm just bad at the game, but I don't want to talk about that. But there are two major factors that hold the game down for me. 9 out of the 21 tracks in this game are reused from the 2 previous titles. Like, I'd be fine with 2, maybe 3 tracks being reused, but over a third of the fucking game? That's absurd! Also, the online is dead. Nobody plays this game, and it's actually kinda sad. I genuinely really like this game, and I think it'd be super fun with a ton of other people, but nope. Sad, empty lobbies. Oh well. Sonic kart races are pretty interesting. When they're bad, but when they're good, they're really good. Not unlike my videos and tweets. You should subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Anyways, does anyone else think it's really strange that they never let Sonic run in racing games? Like, come on, what's the deal with that? I think they can make a really fun, well put together racing game with an idea like that. Maybe they should try it someday.